My name is Joshua Carrillo. I am the one of the founders of ABQ Sports Crew. Back in 2012, I was working as a security guard, and I got kind of bored just listening to the radio, and I kept thinking to myself, there ain't no better way to start something than to talk about sports all day long. And since I've been a sports junkie since I was a kid, decided I should get the guys together one night and we should just do a little podcast of a sports show. And I remember coming up and just asking people who wanted to be involved, and a few of my friends stepped up, Elijah Esquivel being one of them. We had a guy named Mundo on the show, and then Isaiah, we call him Izzy, but they were the first ones to step up, and we decided that we'll meet like once, twice a month and talk sports. So the next phase of getting this thing started was coming up with a name. And I think we had all sorts of them. I think we had like Game Time Podcast or something like that. And then one of our friends came up with ABQ Sports Crew. And I think just right then, I think that's when all four of us at the time decided that's perfect. Like it fits and it's simple to say and it just works. On December 9, 2012 was our first show. And I could tell you right now, that was probably the most weirdest thing I've ever done, because we just worked with a little cheap microphone that we bought from Walmart, and we had a little iPhone that we worked with, and we hung the microphone over a chandelier, and that was our studio at the time. But you know what? It was just cool because you had four of your best friends and just sitting there talking sports. We progressed later on. We started getting a following. We started getting bigger and bigger. And then we decided, maybe a couple more friends should be coming on, and we added Matt Baca, who, if anybody remembers the show back then, was probably the most loudest person you've ever met in your life. But we had a great time with him. And then later on, he said that he had his brother that would always call in and listen to the show, and that his name was Noel, and Noel became part of the show and was a great fitting. And then we decided, you know what? We need to get more of an audience, so I decided to throw a Madden tournament together, and it was at Izzy's father's restaurant that he ran. So it was over there on San Mateo, and I remember it being called the Prickly Pear, and he said, yeah, we would love to have you for a Madden tournament. So we got like 10 people signed up, and it was so much fun. And then that's where I got to meet Adam Nish. Adam was a great friend. He became part of the crew. We had him on time to time, and I said the only way that he could stay on the show is if he bought us some pizza. So he did that night because he really was wanting to be part of it. So he came in on the show, and he just fit right in, and he took off with us as well. And later on, 2013, we started to get big, and we just started to grow and grow, and we even do live shows we did them at the Downs for the horse racing. We would do ladies' night, which was huge. We would have our girlfriends or the girls that we knew, and we would have a ladies' night, and it was just overall fun. And I think that's what made it so exciting to listen to, is everybody was just having a good time. I think and sometimes we have in the studio itself like 15 people, 16 people just sitting in there talking on one little microphone. So it was a blast. The one thing though in 2013 that really helped ABQ Sports Crew was I went to a Lobo hockey game, and I decided that they don't have anybody like doing the play-by-plays or talking about them on the radio. And I thought, man, this would be a good opportunity to grow ABQ Sports Crew if I could talk to the coach and maybe do some play-by-play with him. And I talked to Coach Grant Harvey, and it was cool because he was so nice about it. He could have told me, no, get out of here, kid, but he was more than welcoming to us. And that following weekend, me and Adam went out there for the first game, and I think we were nervous because you could tell in our voices. We've never really done something like that before, but it got us locked in, and we were part of the family. We were not only growing as ABQ Sports Crew, but we grew into the Lobo broadcasting as well. And one fond memory I have of Lobo hockey and ABQ Sports Crew is Lobos were playing Texas Tech, and for some reason the clock wasn't working or something, and the coach started yelling at me and Adam because he thought we were controlling the board, and I literally thought Adam was going to fight because this coach was throwing down some words, and Adam got up from his chair, and I was like, oh man, he's going to go right after the coach. So whenever Texas Tech came to town, I had to make sure that Adam was on the other side of me and not towards the coach. But and that's just great memories. And then 2014 came. We were still going strong. We were kind of going down, and guys started to, lives just happened, work and, jobs and life just took over. And, Elijah Esquivel decided that he decided to move and to Charlotte, North Carolina. And that was kind of I think the blow that kind of started to separate the guys was, when he moved in 2015 officially. I think that's when everybody just kind of stopped going, and it hurt, because that was guy time, and that was the time that we talked, and it just like I said, just life happened. I tried to continue in 2016 with a couple other friends, but it just didn't seem to get the following, and so I decided to put a halt on it and do my life and just continue on. But I didn't want to stop there, so during my break, I teamed up with Blue Wind Studios and Julian, and we got Global Hockey Network going, and it's been fun working with that as well, working as the announcer for them. But then it was probably back in May of 2018, that Adam threw a Madden tournament, and he invited Elijah and Corey and Izzy. And we were just sitting there. I remember just sitting there in Adam's kitchen, and we were just talking sports. And it'd be like, you know what, guys? Now that we're all back, I think that it's time that we get the sports crew back together. And they were all for it. I mean, Adam was probably the most enthusiastic about it, because he was so excited, because he thought, this is what we did for 2.5 years together. And we made a date and said, hey, why don't we just start on August 5th, and that'll be the return date. That'll give everybody time to adjust their lives, their schedules. And on August 5th, last week, or whatever, August 5th, we had our first show, and it was huge. I mean, to see your numbers after the show was done, and we were so excited because we got 200, 300, 500, and then Adam texted me one night, and he's just like, dude, we're at 900, and I said, we're going to break 1,000 by the end of the night. And no joke, 45 minutes later, it hit, and 1,000. It just came back to me like, this is why I did it, because just seeing that, and thanks to you guys make this possible, and we wouldn't be able to do this without you. So, we thank you for that. And me and Adam can't wait to get back out there, and Elijah will be joining us again, hopefully full time soon again. So we'll have the three amigos on there. I can't wait for the future. We got so much planned that we're already planning on doing. We're booking interviews with football clubs around Albuquerque. We had a meeting with a local sports card shop. I won't say any names just yet, not till it's official. But we just continue to grow and grow. And, we're going to put this on YouTube. We're getting Snapchat and Instagram. So we're just starting to grow again. And I can't wait to see what we have for the future, because it's only going to get bigger and it's only going to get better.